Hello guys and welcome by this third part of the rocket launcher tutorial. In this part we're gonna create the missile and we're gonna add the engine or the fire, as you can see right there. The only thing is everything takes in this part about 15 minutes. So within part 3 there are going to be two parts. One modeling the rocket and one adding the fire and the pyrocluster materials. So yeah, let's get started. Go File, New, and we're going to create a cylinder. We're going to create it more like this, so a little bit longer and a lot smaller. So now we have the body. We can rename that body. What we're going to do now, we're going to create the nose, and we're going to use a sphere for that, but we have to change the segments a little bit. We're going to change it to 45 so we have a more smoother object. Now what we're going to do is we're going to the top view and we're going to create the sphere just a little bit smaller than the body itself. So about that, that's good, that there is a really small edge over. Now we're going to add the red material to it, so I'm going to make a red material real quickly, and I'm going to add that to the sphere, and obviously going to call that nose. Let's hit Ctrl R to render it out, and I don't see it come out of the cylinder, so that's pretty good. What we're going to do right now is we're going to just move it up. So I'm going to move the sphere up till about there. So it's exactly in the middle. The line of the middle of the sphere is exactly on the top of the body. That's pretty much what we want to have. Now what we have here is just a small sphere, a half sphere, and we want to have this as a nose, so not really a sphere but a little more stretched out. We're going to do that by selecting a nose, so select the sphere and hit this little button, and that's converting to an editable object. So we're going to click that, and what we're going to do then is we're going to hit T for scaling, and we're going to scale it up, do the Y-axis, and if you can see in the front view, it stretches out, which looks like a nose. So if we hit Ctrl R, we have a really nice view on the nose and the body of the rocket. Only thing that we need to do right now is we are going to create the wings. Now first off, I grouped the two objects. I'm going to call this missile body. Now actually I'm going into the front view and I'm going to drag it out of view for a second, and I'm going into here and I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to create the wings. Well, we're going to do that using splines. So select it right here. Be sure to have it on the red line. So be sure the red axis comes up with the red line. Get what I mean? Now line it up pretty good, and we're gonna make a pretty nice triangle here. And again, line it up with the red axis. That's not good. This is good. Now select this little square here, click on it, and it will close the spline, which is pretty much what we want. But a spline is not a 3D object. We have to make it 3D. That's why we're going to extrude it. So drag the spline into the extrude NURBS and call this wing 1. Once we have this wing, we're going to zoom out a little bit, select the missile body, and we're going to get it back into the center. Select wing 1, hit rotate or hit R or hit that little button, and we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. What we're going to do then is just line it up with the cylinder, with the edge of the cylinder, like that. Now move it down to the lowest point of the cylinder. So there we go. Once we have this, we're going into the top view. Oh, I forgot one thing. The extrude NURBS is too big right now, so we need to change this, the 20 meters, into 3. Once we have that, we have a really nice wing over here. And we're just gonna center that up into the middle. And we're doing that using our eyes a little bit. We're gonna get it a little bit more to the inside, so we're sure that it all connects good. So we're going to copy and paste the wing, and we're going to call this wing 2. And what we're going to do is we're going into the front view. We're pulling that off right here to the edge of the other side of the body. Once we have that, we can rotate the wing 180 degrees, and again hold shift to do it with steps of 5, so you can do it a little bit more better. Now go into the front view again, and we're going to line it up right there. That's good, and bring it in a little bit. Once we have those two wings come a little bit more out like that, we're going to select both wings with Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V to copy and paste. We have 2 more wings right now, so in total we have 4 wings, and we're going to call 1.1 we're going to call wing 3, and 2.1 we're going to call wing 4. Now select both wing 4 and wing 3. Now hit R for rotate and hold shift again, and we're going to rotate it around the green axis 90 degrees. Now, as you can see, probably, we have a really nice rocket with wings. It's pretty nice. So this was the first part of part 3, modeling the rocket. In the next part, we will add the pyrocluster material and add fire to the bottom of the rocket right there. So click in the middle of the screen to go to the next part, and we'll see you later. Bye.